You have quite the collection back there.
Thank you. So, hello everybody. Welcome to another Meet the Actor or Actress. I'm here with Casey Lauren, who you may recognise from a bit part in this. Who's a zombie in that. You had a very prominent role in that.
Yeah.
And quite a prominent role in that film as well. So,
That's right.
How are you? Are you relaxed?
Yes, I am. How about you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, it's a beautiful summer day where I am. I know it's evening over there.
Yes, it's evening, but it's still hot. So,
yeah.
So, your first question is, how did you first get into acting?
Well, I've loved acting ever since a very young age, and ironically, in person, my friends tell me I'm very reserved, kind of low key, and yet the minute I'm under the spotlight or I have a camera in my face, I just seem to have a little bit more of a outgoing side come out. and, but ever since I was a kid, I was happy to participate in any plays that were going on, any community events that involved becoming a character and just having fun with that for a little bit.
So, your next one is, what was your first role? So, you could either say your first role from when you were a kid, when you were doing stuff at school, or you could say your first role when you was, behind in front of the camera.
Well, I don't necessarily remember my first role when I was a kid. However, I was an extra for a couple films, and then I got upgraded to a zombie role in Johnny Revolting versus the Undead, directed by Amir Scalania.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to play the part of a zombie and sort of prowl around and growl, which was fun. But my first legitimate acting role that involved more than just acting all monstrous was, let's see, that would have been The Butcher, also directed by Amir Scalania. And in this one, I had to just scream and look pretty and act like I was being killed.
The advance from growling to screaming.
That's right. I'm a jack of all trades.
So, how long have you been doing it? I imagine you're probably on a hiatus at the moment because of everything that's going on in the world.
That's right. And even before the whole surreal hullabaloo of coronavirus started, I have been on a hiatus already, just to kind of focus upon college.
Mm-hmm.
But I first started getting really into acting and filming probably back in 2013. I would have been 16 at the time, and I was an actor at my local haunted house. So it was my job to get all decked out in fake blood and scream at people for 5 hours every weekend, essentially. And then I started finding out about film opportunities local. I met friends in the haunt industry who were willing to include me in that, and things just sort of took off from there.
So, what have you worked on? Kind of covered that anyway, but do you have any projects currently lined up? Do you think, obviously you said you're in college, but do you have projects that you've been approached for and you're like, I want to do it, but of course you got the college thing as well?
Not at the moment, I'm afraid. I'm having a bit of a dry spell right now.
Okay. We'll just jump into the next one then, which was, what advice do you have for upcoming actors?
Well, I would probably say, and this maybe sounds like a bit of a no-brainer, but don't take yourself too seriously, because sometimes in the film industry, you have to look stupid, and that's okay. It's all part of it's all part of the scene. And another thing I would say, make friends with the people you're going to work with, because you figure you're going to be around them, interacting with them in scenes, and maybe even hugging or kissing each other in some scenes. So you want to make sure you're on a certain comfort level where you don't feel too bad about doing that.
Yeah. Well, you said you're on a hiatus at the moment, so the next question is obviously promote yourself. You have a YouTube channel, website, any of that. So I don't know if you have any of that to promote, or
Not necessarily, but I mean, if you want to follow me at Casey Lou Girl on Instagram or add me on Facebook at Casey Lauren, that's completely fine by me.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. I wish you the best in your college. Do you know how long it's going to last doing your college stuff?
Well, I hope to, hopefully, I'll be able to go back to school in person in the fall. Thus far, I've been taking online courses and I just recently finished a couple weeks ago. But I hope to graduate in December and I've started looking into grad schools.
Ah, okay. Well, wish you the best of luck with all that, and hopefully we will see you in front of the camera or maybe behind the camera in the future.
I hope so too. Thank you.
Thank you very much.